We have breaking news this evening out of Queen of the South, where manager Aussie Villain has taken some time away from desperately clinging on to Conan Ong to sign a left-back. Now for more, we cross live to local reporter Charles Hogan. Look, mate, I've told you before, it's Chaz, but yeah, there is a signing here. In on loan from Roma has come Federico Treviglio. Now there is believed to be a 33 million option to buy, but I think there's more chance of finding a koala without chlamydia than that being triggered. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It's Season 9 Episode 2 and today we have Hamilton in the league before we look to rescue our Champions League campaign before it's even begun. We're 2-0 down after the first leg against Utrecht. We need to win at least by 2 goals to take it into extra time, 3 or more to get into the final qualifying playoff, and it's looking difficult, but we know we can score goals, so hopefully we'll pull it out in the end. Now, we have signed ourselves a left-back, as you've just heard, Federico Treviglio. Now, as you've known, we were desperate to sign a left-back and having a really, really hard time doing it. I think we've managed to pull this out, though. You can see there's a little bit of a fee involved. We just had to cough it up. The wages aren't too bad, so that is what it is. There is a future option to buy, but at 33 million, we're not going to be doing that, even if we want to. You can see fans think he's a B- signing. He's a good player who can still improve, and let's have a look at him. And this is him. So he is a wonder kid, so that's good. That keeps that that thing going, the wonder kid profile going. But he's spirited. He is left-footed as well, which is good. He can get forward. He's not the worst getting forward. Maybe not super solid defensively, but physically he's fine. So I think we've got ourselves, if not a first-choice left-back, then certainly somebody who is going to be able to compete with Varela for that first choice spot. But he's quite good, quite quick, quite nimble, and not a bad dribbler. So he could prove to be a useful player. And like I say, 33 million, we won't be purchasing him for that. I'd be shocked if we had that much money in the first place. But if we did, we would be spending on a fullback, that's for sure. But yeah, he's here, and that is a good thing because we only had Varela, really. We were looking at playing Davenport as a left back, so that has all worked out. Now, the one thing I do need to catch you up on before we go and face Hamilton is last season's the goal that you voted goal of the season. So let's go have a look at it. And I've got to say, I think you chose wisely on this occasion. We have Ibarra with a ball in, and 60% of you agreed that that was goal of the season. But back to matters at hand, a quick catch-up on how things look. We are flying in the league, having beaten Rangers last time out, and Hamilton should be a team we're able to beat, but this is where we have a lot of work to do. So, yeah, well, let's get the preliminary game underway against Hamilton. This is the team that, well, let's just have a look what they're doing first of all. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. They do have a decent left back. Now, I did actually look at signing this guy for us, and I'd still be interested in doing it because he is Scottish and would, well, if we signed him now, he would be club trained, but they want just a little bit too much money for him. What was it that they wanted? 4 million plus, it's just a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. I might, if we're still got some money at the end of the window, I might look to bring him in, but as of just now, I don't really want to spend the money on him. But this is the team we're sending out. It's basically the team that stuffed up against Utrecht. So Bursic in goal, Trevor, this guy, the new guy will play left back. Walker, Bernard, and Ianu will be the rest of the back four. It's Irving and Bruno in midfield. Olmark and Turpey, our 2 young club-trained players, will be the wingers for this one. Santos in behind Eddie Johnson. So let's hope that between them, there's enough there to see off this Hamilton side. Alright, so Callum Chambers is playing for them. Ryan Hedges is a name I recognise. He may have played for Aberdeen at some point. Alex Neil is their manager. So it's not a terrible side. They've got a little bit of quality there. Just go out there, relax. The result should come for us. This is, of course, our first home game of the season as well, the newly expanded Palmerston Park. That is, of course, its new official title as we wait for the new stadium. But there we go. It's expanded and it looks like it's full. So that's excellent. Yeah, I mean, this is the big warm up. Of course, the next game is the one that matters. you can kind of tell from the lineup for this one, the team that we're looking to play in the next one. I'm uncertain if I go with wingers or if I go with the two up top that we played against Rangers. I'm thinking we do go with the wingers and have Angus on the bench with Ong up top with here's a first look at our new boy, and he's done well there. Bruno picks up the loose ball. Eddie Johnson, who couldn't get the job done for us. Here's a good ball for Omar. Can the youngster? No, he's kind of panicked a little bit there, I think. But still in a good position. Turpey back to Santos. Wide there for Traversino. There's a ball in for Eddie Johnson. And he gets his first goal of the season, assisted by the new wingback. And it is 1-0 after 20 minutes. So that is very, very nice indeed. I'm thinking maybe on with McLean and Duque either side of him. That has typically worked for us. Now, it wasn't great last time out, but we will have the option. We will have the option to. Although, if we go with the other one, we've got the decent Mazzellas, don't we? I'm panicking a little bit, if I'm honest. I'll need to just take a moment after this game and have an actual think about the best way to go about things. Santos with a good ball for Turpey on the volley, and Gary Turpey gets his first of the season. It could be a big year for him this season. He's relatively highly rated. He was in the top 50 Wonder Kids last season, or last year in game. I think it would have been last season. And that is, well, it's reminiscent, maybe not quite as good, but reminiscent of the Andy Irving goal we just saw was goal of the season. So a second goal should allow us to just relax a little bit. You can see the bench is very much, with the exception of Davenport, a bench of in case we need to rescue the points here. So as long as things are going well, then we won't be needing to make any changes. Santos. Here we go with Allmark again. Allmark goes back to Bernard. Bernard comes forward. Bruno has a go, and Bruno has hit the top of the crossbar. Well, that was a little bit unlucky, wasn't it? We do come straight back, though, for the goal kick. And Irving, I think it was, or was it Walker? That's won the header there. Here we go, Turpey. He's got his fullback with him. There's a nice little run there. Federico's looking good, isn't he? He is a wonder kid after all, and I would not be surprised if he ends the season at first choice as left back. Varela is good, but he's not a wonder kid. Though he did play quite well last episode, so hopefully they just challenge each other and raise each other's games. That's the ideal scenario here, isn't it? Again, Traversulo with a ball in. It's another wonderful header. Eddie Johnson has a second, but Federico Trulvizio, what's he doing on loan? He should be playing at Roma if he's this good. And, well, would 33 million be a bargain? It may well prove to be. We can't afford that, of course, unless we sell on. Not that we want to sell on, of course, but if that was to happen, then maybe we would have some cash splashing around. But we'd have to replace on first, wouldn't we? And that, as we know, strikers tend to be expensive. Perfectly timed run from Eddie Johnson as well. So I think we just keep praising. We've got another highlight. Turpey again. Turpey to Glamorak. Or Bruno, as he's more commonly known, and that is an absolute stunner from Bruno Glamorak. Bruno. It's a really, really good strike. He's bent it in. Turpey, I know he'll be delighted to have scored against Hamilton. Oh, it's stunning. It's Philip Coutinho-esque at his pomp at Liverpool, isn't it? Really, really good strike. And, well, we've seen goal of the season from last season. We may have just witnessed goal of the season this season, because that was very, very pretty to look at. All right, let's see what Allmark can do. It's a little bit unfair on him, because he has had essentially no football in pre-season. He had an injury, so he wasn't taking part in any of the friendlies. So this is kind of his first outing of the season, so it's a little bit harsh on him. Bruno has another go, and he wants goals today, doesn't he? But yeah, he's doing fine. We've got a corner now. Santos whips it in. Walker is there. I think that's hit the crossbar as well. Allmark picks it up. Back to Santos. Back to Allmark. Walker retreating to Andy Irving. All the way back we go to Ianu. And we go again. Bernard, what's he doing out there? Back to Irving. There's the cross. It's floated in. It's headed away. And that will end the highlight. So, half-time, 4-0. It's as comfortable as you like, really, isn't it? We will, what do we say? Just don't let your performance levels drop. We've got some demotivated players there, which is... All right, Omar, come on, man. Come on. If he's complacent, we're going to have to... We're going to have to say we're not happy. That motivates him. Santos, you've been brilliant, mate. Just keep that going. Eddie Johnson, go and get yourself a hat-trick, son. And everybody else, we've got faith in you. And hopefully, we can continue to rack in the goals here. But make sure you save some for midweek, guys, because we are going to need some. And it will, of course, be the first European game that we've hosted as well at our own ground. And not just, as I've said before, not just in this version of the Impossible Dream, in the history of the Impossible Dream. Now, we had started with a little bit of a bigger stadium, a little bit of a bigger club than we have done historically. So it's maybe not quite as good of achievement. Oh, there's a cracking ball, good run. And can Eddie Johnson get himself that hat-trick? It's come straight back to him, and he has missed it. Eddie Johnson. Ianu, has he picked up a knock? I mean, I don't want him to come off the field because I don't want Ayrton to come on the field. So just keep going out there, mate. You'll be fine. Yeah, there's not really too much need to change anything. I'm looking at Santos, who was a little bit tired coming into the game. He had a heavy match load. So what I'm thinking we might do is we'll use Davenport, give Santos a rest, because he does look a useful-ish player for us. We can just rejig midfield a little bit to make room for Davenport, and that's fine because Davenport wasn't really going to be used in Europe anyway. I think those days are behind him. So the game just kind of ticks by. It's one of these typical games where first half the job was done, second half we just kind of go through the motions. And 4-0 it is. A very, very promising debut from our new left back. Eddie Johnson looked good. Everybody looked good, didn't they? So that is absolutely wonderful. Don't get complacent though, guys, because the next one's the one that matters. Alright, so we can see the other results there. Celtic have dropped points to Hibs, so that puts us, well, Aberdeen's still got to play. They're the only team that can join us as, well, with the perfect record. And 2 games in, that's both exciting and unusual, I would say, to have only potentially one team with a perfect record. But there we go, Traversino, we might just call him Federico for the sake of my sanity. Yeah, he did well, wonderful debut from him. And we've got the Ross County manager. He's having a look at Turpey, who he wants to bring in. That won't be happening. Who is the Ross County manager? So he's good. Has he just arrived? He has just arrived. So for the first time, I think I was talking about it last episode. For the first time, it looks as though Ross County may have got themselves a decent manager in. So we'll keep an eye on how they do this season. But guys, wait right there. It's our Champions League future going on the line. We need a performance every bit as good as that. Probably better because we're facing a better team. Okay, welcome back, and I am very, very nervous about this. We are 2-0 down going into the second leg. We are at home, but that's a lot of work to do, isn't it? We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them again, and this is the team we're sending out. We're basically going with the team, more or less, that beat Rangers. So it's Bursic in goal, Varela, Pitaluga, Leshy, and Ayrton. Now, it's the first time these two have played together in the centre of defence. I do, however, think they are our 2 best defenders, so not ideal. This is the first time they played together, but it is what it is. Bayless, Mashagi, and Almarez are going to be in midfield. Almarez is now officially a wonder kid, so that's a nice little bonus for us. Bermudez will go as the number 10. It'll be Angus and Ong up top. Still haven't had any bids come in for Ong. We have had interest from Monaco, though, you know, the little headline things you get. So that's, I mean, there's teams there that have the financial ability to spend 36 million on him out there, so that is slightly concerning. But anyway, it might be the last time we see him. Let's enjoy it. Alright, so we can see the team sheet. It looks a relatively familiar lineup, I think, doesn't it, from the team we faced in the first leg. Now, we were, for a long part of that first leg, we were the better side. Let's just take some pressure off here. So, there's nothing to... We should be... Yeah, I just am a little bit unsure. On paper, it looks a game and a tie that we should be winning and have won quite comfortably. You know, maybe that'll be the case anyway, but, well, they've given us a big fright, haven't they? And that's what I want to be doing to big teams, not having other teams do that to us. All right, so Palmerston Park hosts its first game of European football. Let's hope it is a game to remember. A kickoff highlight, of course, which hopefully will mean an early goal for us and not for them. Again, a reminder, there's no away goals. Pitaluga should have that covered, so that is a good thing. Angus with a wonderful first touch. Ball through for Konanong. Can Konanong get this tie back alive? It is a decent save from their goalkeeper, but a decent start from us as well. Almaraz with the corner. Can he find Pitaluga, who's good in the air, and it's over the top. It's a mile over the top, and I think it must have been Konanong at the near post. Another highlight. We're only 2 minutes into it. Can we nick this? Now, the new left-back wasn't an option for this game. He's not registered in the squad. So that's why, I mean, there was no selection drama there. Angus, another ball looking for Ong. Ong again. Gets it back for Johnny Angus. Oh, and he's missed it. I mean, it could be 2-2 already. Let's encourage them. Varela. Almaraz on the ball. Almaraz looking for Bayless. Can't find him. And what is Utrecht going to do here? Now, of course, they won the first game. It was a similar... There's a goal for Ong. Sticks it in, and it is 1-0 on the night. 2-1, we are now down on aggregate. But we have come out of the blocks absolutely roaring here, and in the 5th minute, we've taken the lead on the night. Angus and Ong are looking very, very good up top, aren't they? And, well, long may that continue. And to get the early goal, it just settles things down a little bit for us, doesn't it? Can we now go and tie things up? Ball forward. Mashagi was it with the header there. Angus, who seems to be... There's 3 Johnny Anguses on the field. Here we go with Almaraz now. Can he pick out Ong? He goes back for Varela. Varela to Almaraz, to Bermudez. Bermudez to Bayless. Bayless keeps shuffling it across there for Ayrton. Can somebody get that quality ball in? It's there for Bermudez. He's unmarked. Oh, he's taking a little bit too much time. Mashagi. Back to Leshy. That's fine. Just keep possession. Keep probing away, guys. Mashagi. There's a good ball for Varela. Can he pick out somebody now? Almaraz is there. He goes to Johnny Angus, and Johnny Angus ties it up on aggregate. 2-0 up on the night. And it was patient play, and we just picked them to pieces in the end. And big Johnny Angus in the middle there, heading in the cross from... Was it Varela's cross, I think? Yes. Just did enough. Found himself the space. Johnny Angus unmarked. Good header. Goalkeeper can do nothing. And we've undone the damage from the Netherlands. Let's give them some praise now. We've got another highlight. Almaraz wide there for Varela. Varela with a ball in. It's Johnny Angus again. He can't win that one. Almaraz can, though. It's Bayless. Tommy Bayless lines it up. It's blocked. It's going to go through and wide. I think it was Bermudez that had sort of a bit of a snap effort there as the ball was pinging around. And yet another highlight. Varela with a throw there for Ong. Almaraz. Almaraz, great ball for Bayless. Bayless takes a touch. Bayless gets another vital goal in Europe, and that puts us ahead. It's 3-2 on aggregate, 3-0 on the night, and suddenly, well, we look very, very good, don't we? Back at Palmerston Park, and doing wonderful things. The 2 Mazzellas, Almaraz and Bayless linking up there. Let's give it some praise. Almaraz now with a corner. And, oh, it's a good header. Konanong gets another goal, and this is comfortable now. It's going to be a rout by the end. There was a missed header in there, I think, from the Utrecht defence, and Ong did really well. I'll have another look at it. He did really well there, actually not to... he'll keep his eye on the ball. Because you would have expected that to get headed away, and we've come straight back. But 21st minute of the game, we're 4-0 up on the night. And Utrecht are in danger of being on the end of an absolute hiding here. And Ong has picked up a loose pass now. Alvarez. It's forward for Bermudez. Where's Johnny Angus? There he is there. Can he thread through another ball? He goes wide for Ayrton. Can Ayrton whip across in? We've got both our strikers lurking. Bermudez on the edge of the area as well. It's still with Ayrton. Cross in. Johnny Angus over the top. Or was it wide? Either way, it wasn't in the back of the net. Let's give them some praise. And we have seen absolutely nothing from Utrecht. No shots, 29% possession. This is what I was expecting from the first leg. And this has been much, much better now. Alvarez, Varela. I'm trying to think who's on the bench. We've got a Betfred tie up next. Bermudez, and it's blocked on its way through to goal. It is against Tycoon-owned Ross County. And Varela with a nice tackle. I mean, the board wants us to make the final. We could play, some of these guys on the bench and put out a decent side, really. So we might look to do that. One thing I might look to do, since Bruno is sort of the in my grand plan, he is the long-term replacement for Bayless. I wonder if we try Bayless and Alvarez in the second half and give... Did I say Bayless? Give Bruno and Alvarez in the second half and give Bayless a rest. But that has been an absolutely magical first half. We will have to say don't get complacent because it is only half time. Varela, you've been brilliant, mate. Just keep doing your Varela things. And everybody else there is fine. So let's pump our fists and say we have faith in you all. And yeah, we'll get back out there. I will at some point make that change. I don't always like making a change at halftime that isn't necessary. And that is over the top from Bayless. We'll give him to 55, 60 minutes. And then we'll make the switch. But more highlights. It's been lots and lots of highlights. It's been an open game, but unfortunately for Utrecht, they're the ones that are open. Pitaluga and Leshy, you wonder how much of a challenge they're being put under here, but well, they certainly haven't given them anything. There's a good ball, good run as well for Varela. Now, if he's onside, he should be able to pick out someone else. A penalty. Conan Ong will take it. It's Ong on a hat-trick, perhaps. Here we go. Conan Ong gets another one. It is 5-0 on the night now. And this is turning into absolute destruction. A fourth goal of this is his hat-trick. A fourth goal of the season. Now, we maybe don't want Ong scoring this many goals. Of course, 36 million might start to look a little bit of a bargain. But, well, we can't really stop him from scoring. It's what he does. All right, let's take Bayless off for Bruno. That'll be like for like. And, I mean, you look at this team we have out there now, and that is a very decent young side. I mean, even Omar Bermudez, who it feels like has been around forever, he's 22, isn't he? Yeah. I mean, he's still arguably getting better. I don't know who the oldest person... I mean, Burstick would be the oldest person. He's 29. How old's Mashagi? 25. Ball in. Decent header from Pitaluga, but just over the top. Johnny Angus isn't old either, is he? He's only 23. It's a really decent young side that we have. If we can just keep them together and just add, we're almost at the point where if we can add one good player every season as an upgrade, then we could find ourselves as a bit of a force to be reckoned with in Europe. Mashagi gets it forward there. Alvarez, Bermudez, good ball for Angus. We've ripped them apart through the middle. Johnny Angus with a really good team goal there. Fourth of the season for him as well now. It is 6-0. What was I worried about? And, I mean, Angus started the move. Good ball, laying it off there to Alvarez. Made the run forward. Bermudez picked it out. And, well, it's just... I just want to... That is very, very impressive indeed. 6-0 on the night. 5 goals between our 2 strikers, and Bayless with one there as well. That was magnificent. And it looks as though it's going to be Basel in the next round. They needed extra time to get past Brøndby, but lots and lots of goals in that one would suggest that maybe defensively they're not the best. And I think what we've seen there is that we know we have goals in the side, and I mean, if we keep things together, then there's no reason why we can't continue to score. So Engels takes the plaudits, 2 goals and an assist for him. Yeah, really, really good stuff, mate. It is going to be Basel in the next round. So that, I guess, is what we come back for. It looks like we'll be hosting the first game this time, so that's something a little bit different. So next episode, it will be home and away. We'll do both legs of the Basel tie, and hopefully find ourselves with a group stage draw at the end of it. If you've enjoyed that, guys, make sure you hit thumbs up. 10 goals we've scored that episode. Much, much more like it. And I will see you next time as we look to qualify for the Champions League group stage. Take care.